We want to talk about lots of different things. We want to find out more about you, but obviously there's a bit of business this morning. Figures announced at 9:30, the latest immigration figures. The number we're getting, net immigration, 606,000. Lower than expected, Prime Minister, but much higher than promised, let's be honest. How do you feel about them?
Numbers are too high. It's as simple as that, and I want to bring them down. And that's why this week we announced some new measures, and I think pretty much the biggest thing that anyone's ever announced to bring the levels of migration down, and it's a new policy which limits the amount of family members that people who are studying here can bring with them when they come and study here. And what we've seen over the last few years is that number of dependents has just absolutely spiralled. Almost 150,000 dependents of people who are studying here coming. We're saying from now on, that's not going to be allowed. There's a few other things we're doing as well, but that's going to make a big difference because I want to get the numbers down. And people have heard me talking a lot about illegal migration and stopping the boats. This matters as well, and people should rest assured.
Is it out of control, do you think, at the moment?
Well, no, I think the numbers are just too high. And there's been various factors, and you'll read the report, whether it was welcoming people here from Hong Kong or Ukraine, that's had an impact. As we saw after the pandemic, more people came back to study here who hadn't been here during the pandemic years. Look, but fundamentally, the numbers are high. I want to bring them down. The measures we announced this week
are
more
not
than
controlled, though, right? Therefore, they're out of control. Let's be honest, because promises were made to keep them much lower than this. And it was one of your big manifestos, and it's the thing that they're talking about in supermarkets and in pubs and in cafes. Can you reassure people that it's going to come down and continue coming down?
Yeah, of course. I want to bring the numbers down. The measures we've announced this week are more impactful than anything that anyone has ever announced before when it comes to tackling migration. But to your point, Craig, what are people talking about when I'm out and about in cafes, restaurants, wherever it might be? They do talk to me more about illegal migration. And I'm sure your viewers, when you see things on your TV screens, people coming here illegally on small boats across the channel, I think that really says to people, hang on, that's really not properly in control when people can break the rules, come here illegally, and that's why I'm working so hard. One of my 5 priorities, in fact, is to stop the boats, and you'll know we're taking tough measures to do that with new laws that we're passing through Parliament.